Hi guys, and welcome back to the Super Data Science Computer Vision OCR series. This is episode 7. In episode 7, we're going to be just discussing the challenge introduction, and in episode 8, we are going to work on how you can go about solving the challenge. But first, I wanted to discuss, because I know in the last video we mentioned and went over data frames. So if any of you are looking to practice data frames, just so we don't have to reiterate or go over any of the information, so we can focus more on our pipeline, I have included a few examples that you can work on. And if you have any questions about them, if you want to discuss them, some of them might involve cleaning, and we could take a look. If we open Spider, I have included the two following data frames. I have included the two following files that you can use if you would like to create data frames. If you have any questions and want to discuss it, please feel free to reach out in the video. In the comment section, you can also reach out to me on Twitter as well, and I'd be more than happy to discuss those with you. But for our challenge, I really wanted to focus on moving a little bit away from the data frame, as we can use data detected. But I wanted to focus on the pipeline we were referring to. So if we bring it up, we can see with our pipeline, we had the current focus. This was previous of our pre-processing with the data frames. Now we're moving in from the pre-processing. If you have your data frames or you're just working with text, we can move into the NLP segment from OCR. And that's what we're going to kind of focus the challenge on. We're going to take OCR and we're going to apply some NLP algorithms or NLP functions to it. Nothing too crazy, but kind of just get you more familiar with this challenge, with the general pipeline, moving from one end of it with OCR to the NLP. So if we go back into Spider one more time, what I would like you to try for the challenge is to take the two following files. Let me look for them really quickly. The example.png, and also the receipt file. And for our challenge, I would like you to, one, run OCR. So we could actually rewrite this. Let's do OCR for our first part of the challenge. For our second part of the challenge, I would like you to tokenize the returned data or returned text. For the third part of the challenge, I would like you to apply the frequency distribution to the text that we have detected. And for the fourth part, again, I have two threes there. For the fourth part, I would like you to plot it. Now, you can use any plotting library that you're familiar with. You can use Matplotlib, you can use Seaborn, you can use Plotly, you can use anything that you're comfortable with. The main steps are, again, OCR, tokenize, frequency distribution, and to plot it. And to give you a hint, also, if you want to discuss it again, post questions in the video, we can discuss some approaches. But to give you a hint, I highly advise taking a look into NLTK. Some of you may not be familiar with it, but NLTK is the Natural Language Toolkit, an open source Python library for NLP. Use NLTK for tokenizing and applying frequency distribution. It will greatly help you. All right, so to wrap this up, data frames, we did move from them in the last video. Data frames are great because if you have your data grouped in a data frame, you can apply count, you can apply other analytical methods to them, to specific columns, rows. You can manipulate the data. You can even plot the data from the data frames as well. But for this, since I really want to hone in on that pipeline that we've already seen, I want to move from the data into more of the NLP, so we can see running our OCR through to get our detected text and then applying functions on top of our OCR. So let's focus on the current challenge of OCR for the two files. You can run them together, you can run them separately, whatever's easiest and you would like to plot. So let me specify, actually, now that I've mentioned that, please plot them. When you're going to plot them, please plot each file differently. So there would be two different plots, one for each file. Run OCR, tokenize the data, apply a frequency distribution to the data, hint NLTK, and then plot it. And that's going to be our challenge. So in the next video, we're going to take a look at how I can work through the challenge. As we all know, there are always multiple methods in solving a challenge. So if you go about it a different way, feel free to add your code or drop a GitHub link and we can take a look. And just because it's in my memory right now, let me clarify one more time. Plot the frequency distribution that we're returning of the words detected, of the text detected and data detected through OCR. All right. With that, let's wrap it up. As always, subscribe to the Super Data Science channel. It is just an incredible way of staying up to date with what's going on in the industry. And I will see you in the next video, and we will resume this and dive into the challenge solution.